welcome to a brand new vlog. It has been some time since I have picked up the vlog camera, and I will get into that later, but I have just arrived to Halifax and I'm here for 5 days. If you are new to the channel, my name is Samantha and I make food, fitness, travel content, and this week I am in Halifax for complete fun. There is no work to this trip at all. I am so excited, and because I am done with my first semester of school, I've got a few days off from work, I thought, why not bring the vlog camera and show you what I get up to. I need to unload a few things and get situated because I'm frazzled. I just got off the bus that I took from the airport and got to the hotel. I'm staying at the Waterfront Marriott Hotel, and it's right on the water, which is beautiful. And the room I have is completely paid for with points. So let me show you around. This is what you get with point redemption at the Marriott Waterfront Halifax. When you first come in, you have the bathroom on the right, and just your very, very basic but clean, neat bathroom. And then you turn into the main room. You have a nice big closet here, and I like that they did give bathrobes. Then you walk into the bedroom. You have our lovely mirror, though. And then I'm really happy because he said that there were no ocean view rooms available. And then I looked out my window and I have some water, which makes me just come alive in ways I can't explain. Turning back, you have a nice big comfy bed. And do I have a mini fridge? Let's see, I don't know. Yes, I have a mini fridge. Please don't be stocked with a bunch of stuff I can't touch. Okay, good. I'm traumatized by the American hotels that all have the fridge like preloaded with stuff that you can't even pack around if you have leftovers, because it will charge you if something gets bumped. So nice to have a big empty fridge. Anyway, like I said, I need to unload, but to explain why I am here, I have wanted to come to Halifax for some time, and I just wrapped up my first semester of school for my master's in human nutrition, and it was grueling. Like every waking moment I had that was not spent working or studying, I was sleeping or eating. Like it was a very tight schedule, trying to make sure that I got everything done that I needed to. So just the getting back into school while also having a fairly demanding full-time job, I needed a vacation. So here we are, 5 days in Halifax, and I really need to find some food. So I found some food, just had snacks at the lounge in the hotel, and now I am walking downtown because I decided tonight I was going to do one of the harbor, I think they're called harbor hopper tours, and essentially it's this amphibious vehicle that does tours around the city, and then it also transforms into a boat and takes you in the water. So just kind of bumming around until then, getting the lay of the land around the hotel. And then I have to head to, I'm assuming it's gonna be some kind of dock, unless we start on land. Whatever, I'm excited. It's gonna be fun. I did something very similar when I was in Dublin many moons ago, and I'll show you what that's all about. I've heard those beaver tails cannot be missed. I'm not going to do it tonight because I don't want to do everything the first day I'm here, but I will definitely be back sometime this weekend to check that out because I hear they are very delicious. Oh, here it comes. Ridiculous.
Seats, then the speakers, the two 50 caliber machine guns, one on this side of the vessel and one on this side of the vessel. And that's because we're quite far away from the site of the explosion. We're nearby the Citadel that has also survived. Here we go, folks. Everybody hang on. Let's get a hand going for Captain Jack. That was amazing.
So that was fun. Learned a lot about the whole history of Halifax and Halifax explosion and the city and the Citadel. Very, very cool. Highly recommend doing the Harbor Hopper tour if you in fact come to Halifax. I am now walking to a little Irish pub I saw while we were driving around because I have not had nearly enough food today. Good morning. It is Friday now, and it is just after 6 a.m. I am so tired, but I slept so well last night, knowing that this morning I was going to be waking up to go see the sunrise from Citadel Hill. So in order to get there in time, I gotta get moving. It said online that the sunrise was supposed to be at exactly 6:33, so I've got just enough time to get there. I have to get all the way up there. I don't know what it is about sunrises that just touched my soul. So now I am headed to a breakfast spot called Cora's. I guess it's a chain here, and it's one of the only ones that opens before 7. So I'm gonna head off in search of that, find some food, and then I'm actually working the first part of today before the weekend begins. While I was sitting at breakfast, I thought, call my mom because I'm sitting here by myself and I finished breakfast. So I give her a call and she's not awake yet. And I thought, it's 7:30, surely she must be awake. Little did I know, we are in Atlantic time here in Nova Scotia and Michigan's in Eastern time. So apparently there is another time zone forward from Eastern time while still connected to North America. This is news to me. I was not aware. I decided to take a walk to the easternmost tip of Halifax. They have a whole little park and harbor overlook. And I'm getting closer. It's been like 45-50 minutes of walking from downtown Halifax, but it's worth it. It's beautiful. And I made it to the very, very tip of the eastern part of Halifax. It is absolutely beautiful. And then I just came a little bit further down and found the Halifax Memorial. There's over 3,000 names on this memorial, and it's all of the members of the Canadian Naval Forces during World War II. It is quite a bit later. I just stopped back to the hotel. I had some work to wrap up before the weekend, and I wanted to show you the shells that I found while I was on my little hike excursion. So they're just these gorgeous, like vibrantly purple. This is amazing. I'll clean them up, obviously. I have to wash them before taking them back to the States, but I just thought they were so pretty. So I got a couple of different sizes. I'm getting the bedspread all nasty here, but I love these. I looked it up just to make sure that I could take them, and it said just make sure there's no like coral or debris or sand or anything like that that can house microbes. Anyway, I'm going to leave you here for today. I think the evening is going to be very chill since I was up early, didn't get much sleep the day before because we had to be at the airport so early, and I'm just going to read my book. I'm going to do some journal writing, go downstairs, enjoy happy hour, and I will catch back up with you tomorrow. Saturday, and I have to say, Tim Hortons here in Canada tastes so much better than Tim Hortons stateside. We don't have many, we might have one in Tennessee, but we had them in Michigan growing up. The coffee always tasted terrible and the pastries were always stale, and this is like lighting up my soul. Anyway, this morning I am en route to a little brunch spot I found called Almonak, and I guess their food is really good, the coffee is amazing, so naturally, like a moth to a flame, that is the direction we're going. And then later, I think I'm just gonna stay kind of in the area around my hotel. There's some haunted stuff that I want to get up to today, so I will take you along with me for that. But first, coffee. Well, breakfast was amazing. Needless to say, you saw it. It was super good. And now I'm just walking down North Street to the McDonald Bridge, which I actually saw in a vlog I watched prior to coming here. And it's the only bridge that pedestrians can walk across. There's a couple in Halifax, but this is the one that everyone says, oh, you have to walk across the McDonald Bridge. And I'm coming up on it, and it looks like it's gonna take me a while. It's loud and I'm getting out of breath, so hopefully you can hear me okay. But the bridge goes right between the actual harbor, and then on the other side is, well, per the tour guide of that harbor hopper tour, the other side is called the Narrows, and that is where the explosion happened because the ships didn't see each other in the Narrows, so I'm in between the two. Across the bridge, and you can see this little island over here is St. George's Island, and then that big one behind it is McNabb's Island, and then beyond that is the Atlantic. So what's funny is that I actually told myself yesterday, after my excursion to the easternmost point of Halifax, that today was going to be a rest day. I wasn't going to walk as much as I did yesterday, and here we are. I'm on the other side of the bridge now though, and I just walked through the Dartmouth Commons Park. It's absolutely beautiful. Lots of greenery, flowers, shrubbery, all of that. And kind of spontaneously now, I guess, heading to downtown Dartmouth. And we'll see if I end up taking a bus back or an Uber back, or eventually making the trek back to Halifax. Absolutely ridiculous. I was told that trying one of these Beaver Tails was an absolute must in coming to Halifax, so I got one called the mEHple, mEHple, and it's got this like drizzle, I don't know, it smells amazing. It's gonna be sickeningly sweet, but it's good. It's like a giant donut. So I knew it was going to happen at some point, that I was going to get caught in the rain, but fortunately the guy at Patagonia had a free umbrella that someone left at the store, and they gave it to me. I've shifted into sweatshirt mode because it is now very cold out, but I'm on my way to the Five Fishermen on Argyle Street, which supposedly is like the most haunted place in Halifax. It used to be a mortuary owned by the Snow family during the time of the sinking of the Titanic, but also during the Halifax explosion. So they were the mortuary that embalmed all the bodies and took care of all of that, and there's all these reports of like haunted, ghostly sightings at this Five Fishermen restaurant. So of course, that's where I have to go to dinner tonight. I don't know, I feel like this could be a really bad idea. Here we are. So I'm in the bathroom at the Five Fishermen, and dinner was phenomenal, but right across from the bathrooms, it's technically a private room now, but it's where all of the embalming happened back in the day. And unfortunately, we are not allowed to go back there because there's an event going on right now. Otherwise I would show you, but just the fact that it's like 15 feet away from me right now, it gives me the chills. So they let me in the private room just to take a quick look around, and it's like 10 degrees colder in here. I don't know if that's... Oh, this is it. This is where it all happened. Well, that was fun. I did not have any kind of supernatural experience, although I will say it was colder in that back room and the lights flickered a couple of times. So perhaps some strange activity was going on. But I wanted to show you, I'm actually walking up on St. Paul's Church right now, which is basically across the street from the Five Fishermen. And supposedly you can see a face etched in one of the windows, and there's two different theories. One is that when the Halifax explosion occurred, a deacon was standing kind of like parallel to the window and his face was etched into the window. The other is that a sailor's head was blown off and went so quickly through the glass that it left a clean cut, but I don't see anything so far. I gave it the full 360 and I could not see the window by myself, so I googled it, and it said on the Argyle Street side, which is the side right behind me, it said it's on the second floor and I am looking right at it. So from the front of the church you can see the window right in front of me, and hopefully the camera picks this up, but right in the right pane is where it looks like there's a figure in the window. Now that I know the two theories of either the guy being right next to the window and the explosion causing the imprint, or the sailor's head flying through the window, I'm inclined to believe the first, because this side of the church is the side facing away from the bay, so the likelihood that a sailor's head would fly through the far side is very unlikely. But that's just my theory. If you've been to Halifax and you have seen the window, I would love to know your thoughts in the comments. Good morning. It's Sunday, and I checked the weather forecast last night and they said that it was going to be a clear morning with no clouds, so I am up early. It is just about 6 a.m. I'm gonna run downstairs, grab a coffee, and then go sit out front of the hotel for a different view of the sunrise. Not the Citadel today, maybe tomorrow, but we'll see what we can see from those chairs right in front of the hotel. Also, this is not the full look for the day because this is just my out of bed very early, go watch the sunrise outfit. But I wanted to show you, I have the new rugby jumper from Tala. It's really comfortable, and I think for a kind of chilly morning, this will be perfect. And then I've just got my workout pants on because I am going to come back after watching sunrise and having coffee, do a quick workout, and then get like actually changed for the day. I'm just gonna sit up in the restaurant area. Nope, these are wet too. Shoot. There we go. And this is a great view, by the way, if you're staying at the Marriott Harborfront Hotel. Definitely come see the sunrise in the morning. Breakfast done, workout done, and quick outfit of the day before I head out. I have on a Tala poplin shirt. I've just tied it in front because it's a little bit big. I have shorts that are from Loft, I believe. My little Sperry tennis shoes. Admittedly, they are not that comfortable when you walk long distances, but I told myself today I am not walking thousands and thousands of steps as I have the last few days because I need a day to actually relax. My sunglasses are from Loft. I like the nice big ones. I have on little earrings from J. Crew, a necklace from the Daisy London. The Aura ring obviously comes with me everywhere. So I'm just getting ready now. I am going to the Atlantic Newsstand, which opens in like 10 minutes. It is the only place in Halifax that actually flies in the New York Times. So despite being on vacation in a different country, I am still going to practice the ritual of having my Sunday newspaper, and then the rest of the day is kind of open. I do have a like sunset wine and charcuterie cruise that I found on Viator, and I will link it down below. And then this afternoon, before that, I might do the Maritime Museum of the Atlantic. I'm gonna be honest, my feet are very sore from walking to Dartmouth yesterday. One of the neat things that our Harbor Hopper tour guide told us was that anytime you see an old house like this and you see next to the front door either a green or blue or yellow circle, it means that it is a protected heritage site and they can't really change much on the inside. Just like that. So that was the Saturday Times. They put one on hold for me and I have to come back in like 3 hours and let me here. I guess I should have known that. I've decided to avoid wasting time today. I'm gonna go do the Maritime Museum of the Atlantic now, and then by the time I'm done there, they should have the paper in. Perfect. Before, but I didn't realize they stand for letters. So there's actually a chart that shows either the word like no or yes or whatever letter that the flags stand for. How cool is that? For those who don't know, I did almost go into the Navy about 8 years ago. That's a long story for another day, but I just think all this is so cool. I've gone for Tim's round 2. I have successfully secured my copy of the New York Times for the Sunday paper. And now I'm just walking down Morris Street to the Bicycle Thief, which supposedly is a great restaurant on the waterfront. And I'm gonna grab lunch and read my paper. The Bicycle Thief. It's worth the hype. It's a bit of a wait, unless you have a reservation. Highly recommend. The tuna tartare was great, and then I had the Acadia Blanc de Blancs, which is a local Nova Scotian wine. Also very good. They have a lot of different local wines and beers on the menu. And I'm a little bit disappointed because after I ordered the tuna tartare, because I didn't see lobster on the menu, because I know I still need to try that while I'm here. A few people like down the bar from me ended up ordering lobster, and so I asked the waiter, I'm like, where was this on your menu? And he said, it's not on the menu, but we always have it. I had sort of a makeshift dinner at the lounge downstairs. I will say, I'm very impressed with the food at this M Club lounge because a lot of them, it's not so good, like especially where I travel for work in the Northeast and the South and in the Midwest, so pretty much anywhere in the US. The M Club lounge food is not great, but here it's excellent. I would say the only one I've had above it is the London location, so pretty good. Anyway, I came back to the room to watch a bit of tennis because even though I don't understand scoring and my tennis level is literally like level 0, I'm trying. And my husband and I are trying to get into tennis, so I figured if it's US Open week, I will watch a few matches and try to understand just to dip my toe into the pool. It is coming up on 6 o'clock though, so I need to repack my bag for the however many times it's been today and head down to the dock because it's almost time for the wine and charcuterie cruise. I'm not gonna lie, there is a very small part of me that is terrified of going out onto the actual ocean with a small group of people and a total stranger for a captain because I've seen too many commercials for that Dangerous Animals movie and the guy like starts feeding people to sharks apparently. So hopefully that doesn't happen. So I think this is going to be our boat. Survived the wine and charcuterie cruise. No threat of being thrown to the sharks, thank God. Good morning. It is day next to last in Halifax. I have all day today and then I leave tomorrow. So I'm just getting ready now. I'm going to run downstairs, see if breakfast is still open because it is 10 to 10 and breakfast service ends at 10. If it is already wrapped up, there is one place that I found that is open at 10:30 for brunch because today is Labor Day, so a lot of places are closed. That didn't occur to me when booking this vacation. I thought surely American Labor Day is different than Canadian Labor Day. Anyway, and then at noon I have a tour of the Alexander Keith Brewery, another place that supposedly is haunted and you can hear footsteps and voices and stuff that I'm sure you're not going to hear at noon on a Monday. Beautiful weather today, not much on the agenda. I think it's going to be a perfect last day in Halifax. I just stopped into Drift for brunch, which was delicious. I had a little avocado egg smash on flatbread instead of toast, which was very good, and the coffee was amazing. So now I have about 30 minutes or so until I have to get to the Alexander Keith's Brewery for the tour, and I'm going to stop into a little pewter store that I saw on the boardwalk yesterday because I want to get a few souvenirs. and then it should be time to head out to the tour. I'm really hoping that this Alexander Keith's brewery wasn't like a fluke on the website, because it says they're closed today for Labor Day, but I already paid for the tour today. Well, it has been quite a fun evening here in Halifax after the Alexander Keith brewery tour, which we were allowed to take photos, which I will insert here, but not video. After the brewery tour, I met some German Navy sailors who were docked for the week, and I ended up going to a few different bars with them just to enjoy Nova Scotian brews. And then I am just now heading back down to the harbor, like boardwalk area. And my goal this evening is to have a true Halifax lobster dinner for the last night here. And I'm really hoping that this place is open, even though it's Labor Day, which I honestly did not think that Canada celebrated, but a lot of places are closed today, and I'm gonna really, really hope that this place is the exception.
But I need people, like I've always
This looks so good. I don't even know where to start. They also gave me this little bucket of goodies, which comes with the little claw cracker, some kind of pick, napkins, and then the bib, which I will not be using. And it looks amazing. I'm having such a good time here that I really don't want to go home. But I've already texted my husband and made him fully aware that we are indeed coming back here. I think this would be a really neat place to come as a couple, and there's so many fun things to do along the harbor front and in the town that I told him we are definitely coming back. Good morning. It is Tuesday now, and it's about 9:15, which means unfortunately it is time for me to head downstairs, grab breakfast, and then check out and make my way back to the airport. It's been such a fun few days here in Halifax for not really knowing a ton about Nova Scotia or the area of Halifax, and kind of having a very loose agenda of things that I wanted to do. I think it was a really fun few days, and I hope that you enjoyed coming along with me. I will put some links down below: the Alexander Keith Brewery tour, the Harbor Hopper tour, some of the restaurants where I found like lobster and gumbo and things like that. But I hope that you enjoyed coming along with me. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe. If you've also been to Halifax and there's other things that you would recommend, please drop those in the comments below. I've already texted my husband a million times that I do intend on coming back, and he is coming with me. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, I know it's been a few months since my last vlog. Just first semester, back to school, it was a lot. So thanks for being patient with me while I worked on the next vlog here. I hope to get this edited and posted in the next week or so, and then hopefully I can continue vlogging beyond that. So thanks again for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.